So far, we have built two slices, bugs and projects. Each of these slices exposes a reducer function. However, when configuring our store, we're currently using the reducer from the project slice. In this lesson, I'm going to show you how to combine multiple reducers so we can create a store with multiple slices. It's really easy. So here in the store folder, let's add a new file called reducer.js. Here we import the combine reducers function from Redux. Now we call it, give it an object. With this object, we specified the slices of our store. So let's say we want to have two slices, bugs and projects. So we add bugs here. Now we want this slice to be handled by the bugs reducer. So we import it on the top, bugs reducer from the bugs module, and then add it over here. We want to have another slice, projects, which should be handled by the projects reducer. So let's import that as well. Import projects reducer from the projects module. And then we add that over here. So this function combines these reducers into a single reducer that we can pass to our store. So let's export it as a default object. Good. Now we go to the configure store module and replace this reducer with the one we defined in the reducer module. Save the changes. Back in Redux DevTools, look at our state. Now we have two properties, bugs and projects. Each property is an array of objects, okay? Now we can move these two properties under a new property called entities. So we're going to use combine reducers one more time. Here in the store folder, let's add a new file called entities.js. So what we're going to have in this module is going to be exactly what we wrote earlier. So we want our entities slice to have two subslices, bugs and projects. So let's take all this code from here and move it to entities.js. Okay. Now we go to our reducer.js file. This is our root or top level reducer. Here we can combine different reducers like entities reducer, UI reducer, auth reducer, and so on. Currently, we don't have a UI reducer or an auth reducer, so we just want to add the entities reducer here. That is really easy. First, we import the combine reducers function from Redux. Then we import our entities reducer from the entities module. Then we call combine reducers, give it an object, and say here we want to have a slice called entities, which should be handled by the entities reducer. And then we export this as a default object. Now save the changes. Now look at our state. Here we have the entities slice, which contains two subslices, bugs and projects. So by combining these reducers, we're essentially creating a hierarchy of reducer functions. At the top, we have this root reducer, and this is the reducer that our store talks to. When we dispatch an action, our store passes that action to the root reducer. This root reducer will then pass that action to each child reducer. Here we have a single child, that is our entities reducer. So this reducer will take the action and then pass it to its child reducers, bugs and projects. So what you need to understand here is that in Redux, multiple reducers can handle the same action. Each reducer is responsible for updating a slice of the store. For example, the bugs reducer can only update the bugs property, okay? That is the idea. So this is all about combining reducers.